Society again. Okay, thank you. Is it working? Yeah, okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna share some from my novel draft. This is a novel that I'm writing called Clarissa's Hot Sauce. Maybe she didn't have to care, she told herself. She barely knew Michael after all, even while feeling like she had known him forever and he was some kind of family. And some kind of family seemed necessary, or at least superior to no family at all. Or was it? As soon as Switchblade turned off the car ignition, Elia and Michael catapulted out of the car. Snacks, Michael said with his signature grin. Manicure, Elia thought, but did not say it out loud. Pedicure, rather, she thought to herself. Her toenails needed color, and she had a few shades in her purse. Red, pink, blue, but she was undecided. A school bus full of kids at summer camp was parked at the same gas station, and kids who looked to be around 7 or 8 swarmed out of the bus like mosquitoes. Michael hurried into the store to buy a sandwich and snacks. Elia paused. She walked over to the small grassy area adjacent to the parking lot and stretched her arms over her head and let out a sigh. There was a tree there she sat down against, but then was restless and started to jog in place and then do jumping jacks. Switchblade saw her and followed her over there with a big smile. He laughed at what she guessed he saw as her weirdness in doing jumping jacks. Switchblade picked up a stone and tossed it away from the parking lot, towards the grassy area with picnic tables. Beyond the picnic tables was a basketball hoop on a small court of concrete. Switchblade walked towards it, and when he got to the hoop, started to shoot an imaginary basketball into it. Elia watched him and decided to paint her toenails blue. She sat down by the tree and painted each toenail. Michael came out chewing a big sub sandwich in one hand and carrying Lay's potato chips in his other hand. Elia was more aware of what he was going through now after the conversation they had just had. Tell me about this place in New Hampshire we are going to, Michael said while chewing. Elia looked up from painting her toenails. She was letting them dry in the grass, her sandals off, small white clover flowers decorating the grassy ground. It's a place I used to go with my family as a kid, Elia said. Water slides, go-karts, skeet ball, all the old school arcade games. I hope it hasn't changed too much since I was last there, 10 years ago, Elia pondered. She thought about the first time she had driven a go-kart and how scared she had been, but then the thrill of doing it. She wanted to talk to Michael alone without Switchblade about his history and what had led him to be so trapped. They got back in the car and drove towards Weirs Beach. Where are we staying tonight? Elia asked Switchblade. I rented a cabin on an island on a lake, Switchblade said. Wow, really? How will we get to this island? There's a ferry. The last one's at 8 p.m., so we can play for a few hours, eat dinner, and then get on the boat to our cabin, he said. I can't hear you, Michael said. Switchblade had his window open and the wind was loud. Elia munched on sesame rice crackers dipped in peanut butter. Switchblade ate her potato chips. Do you have salsa, he asked. I have this one. Elia gave him a jar of tomatillo salsa, unopened, without a label. It was old, but not expired. Switchblade opened it. Is this still good, he asked, smelling it. Yes, Elia said. Switchblade dipped a potato chip and tasted it. It tastes flavorless, he said. It is bland, Elia agreed, trying it on her cracker. I can put hot sauce in it, she offered. She had brought Clarissa's hot sauce, and once Switchblade nodded, she put some into the salsa. They both tried it on their respective chips, crackers, and nodded. Much better, they said almost at the same time. Switchblade before Elia. She remembered Michael in the back and offered him the improved salsa and crackers. He took one and tried it. Then he tried it again with one of his Lay's potato chips from the gas station. Delicious, he said. Switchblade rented us a cabin on an island on the lake, Ilya told him, while she was turned around. Can you close your windows? She asked Switchblade. Michael can't hear us. Switchblade abided. How about we wake up for the sunrise tomorrow? Michael asked. I'll set an alarm and wake you both up, Switchblade said with excitement. Okay, Ilya said. Ironically, she knew she was easier to wake up than Switchblade and he would probably stay in bed. But this could be her chance to talk to Michael alone. When they got to Weir's Beach, their first stop was the strip with arcades, candy stores, and gift shops. Michael bought fried dough with cinnamon, Ilya a hunk of fudge, and Switchblade saltwater taffy and cotton candy. He offered Ilya a piece of taffy, but it was too hard and sticky for her to chew. They stopped in the gift shop, which had bracelets and doodads with popular names on them. Only Michael found his name on a greeting card. Ilya found her middle name, Lee, on a beaded bracelet, and Switchblade looked high and low for his legal name, Brent, and finally found it stamped on a leather belt. Michael bought a greeting card with his name on it. To Ilya, it seemed like he was trying to make an impression or inspire a feeling in himself. She found it kind of cute. She did not buy the Lee bracelet, nor did Switchblade buy the Brent belt. They played an arcade game after that. Ilya did not know the name of it, but it involved rolling a ball up a ramp, trying to get it into a target. She told herself it was not worth a quarter, but ended up spending $3 worth of quarters on it. It made her feel like a kid. She needed the escape. After that, they drove down the street to the go-karts, where Ilya had a little of the fear she experienced as a kid come back. But the go-karts seemed smaller and slower now. She did not get the same thrill and stomach flip-flops as she had the first time when she was 9 and had her foot to a gas pedal for the very first time. She remembered how dangerous and alive and fragile that had felt to press the pedal slightly and go speeding around the go-kart track. But now she was larger and had driven so many times that her foot to a gas pedal was routine. Still, it brought back the memory of how powerful a single toe tap could be, and that was what she needed from this trip. To feel significant, to play pretend, to remember how special a single brick of chocolate fudge could taste, to go back in time.